Hello everyone, I would like to welcome you again in another video in a SQL constraint series. So in this video we'll be covering SQL constraint which is not null in this video particularly, and prior we have covered primary key constraint. So I hope you have watched this and it had given some information to you. So let's get started with this video. So basically what constraint is, we have discussed in last video also. These are set of rules and condition applied on a column in a database basically, and it ensures the accuracy and integrity and reliability of a data store. Whatever data we are storing, it must be as per our requirement. So these kind of, so I hope you have understood in the prior video. So we have discussed the primary key in last video, and today we are going to discuss not null, and earlier we will be discussing unique, default and check constraint. So I hope you will be understanding something while watching this video, and I will be covering the interview part also in terms of SQL query and some theoretical question, because the in these topics we have only theoretical question mostly as per my understanding. So we have not null here. So I would like to give you an overview what exactly not null is all about. Whenever we want any kind of column which contained only a specific value, let's say, and we don't want any kind of unknown or missing value, then we provide not null as a constraint for that particular column. As let's say I'm giving the example in real world scenario. In our table, as let's say there is a patient name X, and it data contained in a patient table. So there would be a multiple column, and for that particular geographical columns, let's say their zip must be known. It could not be not like unknown or missing. So we are providing not null constraint over there. So by mistake, if someone is like avoiding or like we don't have any particular data for the particular column, so it could not be get blank, not blank particularly get null value, because it is crucial part for our further like inquiry for that particular table. Let's say if we want to find out the data on the basis of that particular zip code, so it will not appropriate for our query. So this not null provide that kind of efficiency in that particular scenario. So this is the overview and the high level clarification for the not null. Let's get started with this its definition. Basically, the not null constraint is a database constraint that enforces the rule that the column cannot any, what I was earlier saying, missing or unknown value. So you have to provide the specific value for that particular column whenever we are performing any not null constraint over there. And it also is like specify a column contain a valid value, and null is not allowed. So it is its definition, and the characteristics are below. We will be discussing this thing one by one. What is data integrity, what is error or insertion, and the querying the data. What is the benefit when we are like putting a not null as a constant on a particular column. So what exactly it give us benefit. So let's get started with data integrity. What exactly it defined to us. So let's say if we basically it contains the data integrity for a particular table in the database. Whenever we want to, like, let's say by mistakenly we are providing any incomplete or missing data, so it will ensure that particular column is fulfilling that particular, let's say, not null constraint over there or not. So what exactly the characteristic of this particular data integrity is, whenever we are like providing any missing data or incomplete data, it will prevent the insertion. So we will discuss the insertion. What exactly basically insertion is, whenever we are entering the data, let's say using insert. So insert into table in this kind of like statement we have. So the next error on insertion basically define this thing. Whenever you are inserting a particular data in a particular table and a particular column, let's say if I have defined phone number as a not null, and we are providing something like blank or let's say any hypothetical value, it will not insert particular that particular value, and it will throw an error. So basically this insert error on insertion state this thing. So just we are reading this thing. So if we attempt to insert a row into a table without providing a value for the not null column, the database management system will raise an error and insertion will fail. So that's the same thing I was saying. And if we are not providing any kind of relevant data in that particular field, so it will throw an error. Last but the not least, querying the data. Querying the data, basically whenever we are writing any kind of script or SQL query for fetching out a particular data, so it will help in that. For the primary key we have discussed, it is a combination of both the things, unique and not null. And let's say if we are providing any null value in that, so definitely it will throw an error, and we are providing duplicate in that, so definitely that particular constant, I'm talking about primary key, it will throw an error. So what does actually impact in querying the data? It gives a smooth process without any kind of error. Whenever we are performing any kind of operations in a SQL query, let's say we are performing not arithmetic, mathematical, and we are joining two tables, if the data is correct, the result will come as per our requirement. There is a less probability, let's say, I won't say less, it is a like zero probability to get our data incorrect. So it ensures that our data come whatever we want in that kind of manner. So while querying the data, we can rely not null constraint or fulfill our rows have missing or unknown values. This kind of error we face whenever we are not providing not null at the beginning of designing of our table. So these are the some question we can go through it. So let's get started with the syntax. The syntax is quite similar as per, like whenever we are creating any kind of table, we have to use create table, then the table name, and the data type should be there here, and after that we have to provide, if there is any kind of constraint, we have to provide as per our requirement or not. So this is the basic structure. I always say don't mug up anything, just try to implement that thing in our system. We have SQL service which is totally free, you can use that thing. So I have written this thing over here. So in this table what we are doing, we are creating a table which is employee, and we are providing employee ID not null. In previous video, or maybe you will find there is a primary key, but in this scenario we are using not null over here as per our requirement, and the first name, last name, and the salary. You can also put not null here, and someone want to provide a unknown value in the salary column, so definitely not null will provide give a error, and the data insertion will fail. So you have to reinsert the data as per our system requirement, or you can say the table requirements. So we have here some interview question we will be discussing over here, but before like going through it, we will cover some MS SQL part, so we can just go through what exactly we are going to do in this interview question session. So for the saving of time, I have just copy paste that data, and I'm using the same kind of stuffs. Let's say employee ID, employee as a table name, employee ID, and the constraint not null, and other stuffs are same. So I'm just creating the particular table over here, and I'm using any kind of database you can use. I'm just creating this thing. So I'm just running this thing, and the command is successful, and we can like walk through what exactly the table is trying to say. Let's say I have created this table in this null blank 0, and we have table. So you can see we have employee table over here, and I'm expanding this thing, and if you see the column, you will find the same column we have over here: employee first name, then the salary, and the most important thing are constraint not null, which is present over here. I hope you have understood what exactly it is. So I hope till now you are clear what exactly the not null is doing. So we have created the table. Now we are going to try our like what exactly not null is trying to say over here, and we are going to try we are going to try some values over here. So I'm just writing the query insert into, and we have to provide the table name, insert into table name, then the values, and we have to provide values. I am just typing something, just wait for a second or some time, and you will come to know what exactly I'm trying to do. I'm just typing as per our requirement. I'm putting 0 first name, last name, and the salary. So I'm just typing my name, Vinay Kumar, the salary, let's say 10,000. Okay, hope you have understood the concept of 0, null, and blank. So I'm just putting 0 over here first, the second this 1. Now I'm typing as an empty string, which is totally relevant to empty string, or let's say blank, and here I'm typing null. Okay, so if we run this query, it will insert the data. What exactly it is showing error? Invalid object name. Give me a second. Okay, now I'm just running this thing. Now, yeah, it is correct. So we can see, so you have to find you have to debug also whenever you find any kind of error over here. So the 0 is like if you have watched my previous video, what is the difference between 0, null, and not blank, you have better understanding of this thing. So I have request that please go and watch that particular video. And the second one, if I run this, it will also insert the value. But what about this? Will it give the error or not? We are putting, so this query will run, and it will affect one row, and we will see what exactly it is showing. And for this, I'm using here not null. So what, as per its definition, for any like unknown value, it should throw an error. So I'm just executing this, and here cannot insert null value into column employee ID. Okay, it is a, and the table name, this thing, because it is like insertion failed because of this not null constraint. I hope till now you are understood. So like whenever we will be running this thing, so I'm just running the table, full-fledged table, select start from employee. Now you can see how many records we have. Only 3 records we have: this 0, 1, and this thing, and 0. By default it is giving 0, otherwise it must be a blank value, or empty value must be there. So I hope till now you are clear with this not null part, I hope. And let's get started with the interview question. So these are some questions which I have mentioned, and I collected with the help of my teammates and the colleagues. So these are some basic questions. If you have gone through my whole video, you can give the answer very easily. And for the sake of getting correct answer, please use rich vocabulary, a part of the technical words in the interview. That simple it is. So first question state what exactly it is asking: what is the purpose of not null constraint in SQL, and why it is important in the database designing? I hope you understood what exactly it is asking. What is the importance of this thing, importance of this particular not null constraint? I hope you got an answer in the prior slides. How do you define a column with a not null constraint when creating a table? So I hope whenever we are creating any kind of constant, we are, and first we have to create the table, and whenever we are creating writing the table column name particularly, and then after we have to provide the particular constant name. In this case we are providing not null. We have seen the prior slide also for the employee ID. Next question is, explain the difference between a column with a not null constraint without it. So first you have to tell what exactly not null is, and what is the what we can face the errors like if we are not using not null for the particular column. The next question we have, what happen if we insert or update a data with the not null. The simple thing, if we are following that particular constraints criteria, then it will insert the data, otherwise it will throw an error in terms of any kind of constraint. In this video we have also seen we are providing null for this particular employee ID, so it is showing insertion is failed due to this reason. The next question is, when would you typically use not null constraint in the database schema? As per our requirement, there is no such answer. But if you want to better data integrity, better insertion, this kind of stuffs, and like better querying, we can use that thing too. Okay. Last but the not least, can you add a not null constraint to an existing column? If so, how? It is your self question. You can do it by your doing Google. So in this way you can learn something extra. So I hope you will be doing this thing. This particular question is your homework. I hope you will do that thing. In the next video we will be covering unique constraint, what exactly it is, what is the what are the interview question, and how can we deal with the SQL Server Management Studio. So I hope till now you are clear, and we'll be meeting in the next video. For that time I would like to thank you for watching here. I hope I have added something in your preparation. Thank you so much, my debug analytics family. Thank you so much. Have a nice day ahead. Bye bye. Have a nice day. Bye bye.